the extent that almost everybody seem to be complaining. Do the citizens of Ghana have the right to complain about financial challenges, or it's just that they are being hypocritic of the fact that financial challenges is affecting every country globally, including this same country me and you are sitting in?
Yes, thanks for the opportunity. As said, if your communications person in Germany is even disappointed in his party's governance, then somebody will say, who am I to say that the MPP government is doing well? They themselves now have acknowledged, and I like the fact that he's being honest with us. Now, when you talk about, do we have the right to complain as a people? We have all the rights in the world to complain, because yes, COVID and other things, the Ukraine war, everything hits every country. But the question is, what are the leaders doing to make sure that people's life gets a little bit, not better? Yeah. In Germany here, you and I know that we got the opportunity of this €9 ticket for some time. And then also, after a €9 ticket, the citizens were still pushing for that. They couldn't give them the €9 ticket, but they gave them €49 ticket instead of the 90 1 and something euros ticket. So it means that every country is doing something. In Germany, every country did something to make sure that they reduce the effect, the impact of COVID, the Russia, everything on its citizens. Now, my question to you, the MPP people, what did the leadership of Akufo-Addo and his people, what did they do? Nothing, absolutely nothing. They came back to tax the people more. In the midst of this catastrophe, that's when they introduced a lot of levies, like the e-levy. In the midst of chaos, in the midst of hardship, that was when they introduced even. So I don't know when they say economic or finances, even I always say this, Ghanaians are not angry enough.
Wow. You expected them to be more
aggressive to the MPP government, because Ghanaians are not angry enough. Even electricity to start with. Doom so is at its peak now. At its peak. And I remember, and I'm not talking for NDC. I mean, I'm not NDC or MPP. We both, all of us, we know that those two parties are bogus parties. We both know. But right now, the question is, who is more bogus than who? But the way things are going, we are not seeing MPP well, because what they promised us is too much of what they are delivering. We don't understand what is going. We have few months to election, and electricity. What is really the problem? What is the problem? There are certain things that they have to even talk to us, the nations, that this is the citizens, this is the issue. With the electricity problem, this is A, B, C, D is the reason why it's like that. But they throw all these things and they are always being political and defending the fact that, it's just normal light off. But no. Why, even when we take electricity on its own alone, it is an F9 for the MPP government. And some of us at the back, we expected not too much from the GAP party, but at least not this bad. To the extent that even your own people are losing trust in your party. Then it means that we the citizens, we are being lenient on you. By this time, we should be more aggressive on the MPP government than even before. So when you talk about finances, do the citizens have the right to complain? We even have the right to walk to parliament with canes and belts, meet them there and start giving them six lashes.
Wow.
Yeah, because we need to be very angry at this point. In fact, we are angry, very, very angry. But it's time, it's time. We'll get there. We will lash. By the lashing there, we'll get there. Don't worry.
But Eunice, you can bear with me that you have agree to the fact that there are a lot of financial challenges or economic challenges globally.
Worldwide,
right?
Yes.
Good. So don't you think that, it's as to the financial systems, that we have back home as compared to what we have in Deutschland or in Europe, in a period of time that is exposing our instability when it comes to economics? Or is it just that, it's just the managers alone who are just not doing their job?
The first problem we have as a country is greed. It's greed. Our leaders or the people we put in positions, they are too greedy. When greedy, I always say there's not enough for a greedy person. If somebody is greedy, you can't satisfy the person. Now, in the midst of economic hardship everywhere.
Yep.
Give me one instance that MPP, they've said that, okay, because of hardship, there are certain incentives that we are taking off from MPs and ministers and those things. Have you heard anything like that?
Yes,
No.
so for the record, what I know is that, okay, in the, will I say pre-COVID or post-COVID, okay, as part of the
Is it
government
pre or
policy,
post?
post,
Okay.
sorry, post, as part of the government strategy to cut down costs, okay, and also to live exemplary life, okay. I know that salaries of ministers and government appointees, especially Article 71 holders, have been cut to a percentage. I can't get the exact percentage for you now, but I know that has been happening, and some of their allowances have also been cut, okay, which I can testify as to traveling allowances, okay, are being cut or stopped for them. But is that enough?
The traveling said they shouldn't
Yes.
even travel, because they travel for what? We are not seeing the impact of their travel. They are
Well,
always
maybe
everywhere.
You don't see that, but probably others see that. Mike will probably might say a different.
No, he's
defend this
disappointed
party.
at this point. I don't know if he still wants to defend his party or.
No, he can. Maybe.
Are you saying it for saying sake? The fact that you are MPP card bearer, so you have to at least defend, or you mean it from your heart?
Oh no, I mean it from my heart.
Okay, good. So,
Yeah.
Michael, let me quickly go to you so that you can also have your bite before I can ask severe questions. So, Mike, you can see how Eunice have poured down her pain as to the finances or the economic situations in Ghana. So, you as a party member and also a diasporan, okay? And the fact that you've already given us a gist of how you feel about your party, what do you have to say?
First of all, Medicain, let me speak my language so that it will be more. I know not all the listeners are really also wanted to hear English. So we will change the language so that I will express myself more to go much to the details. So we share a free 2016 and another Danko Kufuado a buy look. Because school of Ghana, me college of Ghana, and I'm about to school so Germany has say. I've been here almost more than over 18 to 20 years now. Now, the first thing who say, in fact, Ghana is going to have a lot of problems. Nana Adodankwa Akufo-Addo, EBD or Mampenyino, the ministers are appointed. For me, as a radio, someone work also in the radio research and also a presenter. In fact, this thing, as I deal with it, EBD Ghana and Ramo. Why is EBD Ghana and Ramo? It will cost Ghana a whole lot of money. What I say in our finances. What I say because one minister, Biano. Even including amount of executive and as a nipadudwa obefa around him, as a whole of a country of Ghana, which almost about 33 million population. In Germany here, we are more than over 83 to 85 million, but we don't even have up to 40 ministers. Germany has a.
Yeah.
But our president said that he's in hurry. Or pentem because or nema nakuma so nema wana dreamwa or person or nema 2 years. That was the first point, and it cost over 120. How much? 123 ministers. It cost Ghana a whole lot of money, whereby Ghana doesn't need all these ministers. Every one region be now. Another one thing that he has done a lot. Sir. Before I'm free Ghana, it was the 10 regions. And I'm in Ghana. Maybe Drew Germany has it. Nana don't go for Dubai. But me, I know 15 regions, which is very 16 regions, which is very, very good. Ghana doesn't need more than 20 ministers. Every region BA need one minister. You have to do your job because that's what I've experienced here in Germany. Here, Minister BA, you have to lobby from your city, from the city that you belongs to.
Yes,
sir. You may get some one or two, maybe Ghana doesn't need more than 30 ministers. No, at least less. In these ministers, no, it has cost a lot of money in our finances. And also Ghana up to now, he's still using these ministers. we reduce almost so at least how much did you reduce? You free her no the waka ha say. Oh, it's in that sector no kwa no e digan hwamo, and I hope say the next coming president either say Dr. Mahmoud Baumia, the vice president, and also the elected flag bearer of the MPP Patriotic Party. I hope say in this sad day we say obeshe na ono so nim dia owo e wona mamwo no senya onya kwenya no ba obetime reduce almost about 50%.
That's fine. Eunice, I have this question I need to find out from you. Okay, good. So with all this pain you have poured out, okay?
Yeah.
I'm using the phrase poured out. Okay?
Yeah.
Do you think there's hope with the current youth that Ghana is training or educating? Do you think we have hope?
We don't have any training system. What systems are they using to train? People are going to copy what they know, the lifestyle they know. So when we have evidences, we have young guys in politics, we give them position, they do worse, they do terrible. This guy recently, one guy like that MPP guy that had an issue with the wife. There's one he's a young guy in politics. In 3 years, he was able to amass wealth for his family and friends. So the thing is, we don't even have structure as a country. Talk of training people, because if we don't have a structure where we want the country to be in 5 years, in 10 years, in 20 years, anybody who comes, it will make it will be easier for the person to corrupt the system or to have his or her way. And anything that doesn't have structure or form, you can't measure it. It becomes unmeasurable. By the time you realize it's gone, we are down the drain. That is exactly what happened to us. Now, training people, education is one of the surest way. Akufo-Addo brought free SHS. To me, it was a fantastic project. But I had a problem with the first day he announced the way he's going to do it. And people came after me on social media. I made a post on free SHS that this initiative is going to wreck your economy. It will make governance difficult for you, to make you broke. Because even in Germany here, they will not take my child from Hamburg to Berlin and go and keep him 3 months there, feed him, clothe him, teach him, everything, medical bills, everything, for free. Even in Germany, they won't do that. If I live in Hamburg, my son must school in Hamburg, so that he doesn't need to. You cut extra. If they are schooling my son from morning, they will leave my son to come home at 4, so I'll give my son dinner. He will sleep in my house, because that will make me a parent. So if you want to take all the burden from the parents, you are enabling people to just be lazy. And then again, it will wreck you, your economy. It will wreck you because you are broke. You will get broke. You can't do, and that is where we are at the moment. Some of the times they say, "Oh, you people are just social media noisemakers and all that." But at a distance, some of us can see through some of these things that certain things will wreck your economy. There are people who are making money, even in Germany here. Education is not free in Germany. When I came into the system and I had my child, at a point I wasn't working. I thought education was free until I started working. The day I started working, I got a letter from them. I need to pay part of the money. So education is not free anywhere. But you want to make education in a developing country. What kind of education are you going to give? You don't have infrastructure is even a problem. There are schools under trees. Making education free will mean that a lot of people will want to access the education. So it's going to put pressure and even affect the quality of the education. In Germany here, they want people to go more into the handwork. So house build on more. So they make it, if you go there, they will pay you. They will give you some money. They will give you incentives. So it makes it attractive. So most of us that even migrate from Africa, if they tell us to go to uni, we don't want to go. We want to go and do house building, because over there, while in school, they will pay us. But in the uni, you need to finance yourself. The government will not finance your university for you, because so that it will sway people from that side, because already that side will be choked, so it will just move people from there to the down there. That is how we develop a country. We don't have structures, nothing. They're just doing things. And when we say that we want to pass on the country to the youth, there's probability we are going to just duplicate what they are doing. And it's going to get worse and worse, because these people are now entering AI. We are now doing potholes. people are doing AI.
Yeah.
We are there doing potholes. Even that one, they will do potholes today. Next year, they will. This one is this governor. What they are doing there, anybody can do it. Even my grandmother can do better, because if Ghana is a collateral, and you go to any country, you get money. What they are doing is not governance. They are just managing. They are managers. Because where are the policies? Bring a policy execution to the latter. To the latter, not come and read books.
In such point, where there, I mean, I will agree with my sister from one or two things that he's saying, but in other point, I will disagree with her.
Which one?
Okay.
You know,
So now you want to
because
show your party colors.
yes, because look, we can't compare Germany straight with Ghana.
Yeah, so before you continue, let me welcome Honorable Osman Sadif, the NDC guest I have in the studio. Honorable Salifu, are you with me?
Yes, I'm here. I'm here, my honorable host.
Yes, so you're welcome, here. Sir.
You have to just pardon me for.
Okay, don't worry. But for now, can you
thank
please...
you. Sorry for the delay in connecting.
Don't worry. We understand how things are done in Ghana. And as my guest in studio is firing, we all understand the difficulties we are facing as a country and hoping to get better. But for the meantime, can you make your camera a landscape? So can you turn the camera for us, please? The phone. Turn it, okay?
Landscape.
Good. So just stay tuned whilst I still take in-house or in-studio. Mr. Mike.
Yes.
Is it okay?
No, it is not.
Is it okay now?
No, look at that of Dr. Nane's own and do same.
Sure.
Yeah, so whilst you do that, yeah, Mr. Mike, I'll listen to you. Yeah. What don't you agree with her?
I really disagree with her, because it took Germans almost over 150. 100 years before coming to where they are now.
And you are 60 plus.
So, I'm what? And
Your country is 60 plus.
Yes,
yeah.
it's even more than that. You know, it's almost over 200 years before they came to where they are now. And Ghana is only just 64.
Yeah.
And then, so when we go back, what I say, I know Ghana will come to where he's supposed to be. Ghana beba bebia. Was say Obababedu. And yet, I mean, baby a Ghana a free. For example, let me make it a short. This free SHS policy, Nana Adodanko Kufuado, Edebaye. Adibia, in fact, even the whole diaspora, everyone was happy, because any government, Bia, Obeba, Ababedi, or mine, so no, at least you must get one policy. That policy, no, you can fulfill. We all know you cannot do all. A free since from since from the independent, 1957. And Nkrumah, Osajifo Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, ebe die omanpenyini ewo Ghana mine so no. The whole Ghana, me find the policies or the buy, no. There are only few cities are. Say, when you look into that cities now, especially in the northern region side, Anna and Nkrumah etimi declare free education.
Yeah.
Scholarship. Yeah. Yes. Since then, no, there's not any region Bia a Ghana, at least Omo Enya sa Akwenya no. Till Nana Adodankwa Kufuado. So we shared the live media, we shared the last 8 years. Our policy now or the abano kwana. Look, it has helped over thousands of youth. So saying in the tertiary level now, a woman in education level now, a woman we are saying no.
Okay, it's yes,
biometric. No, I mean we are going to another level. And you know, so or mine. Now, at least, the majority of the illiteracy, no, excuse me, on Krofua, Umunim Dieno, a war from Kakra, Obebre. And this policy or the buy, no, boosted the youth coming out from this generation, no, in their education level, no, a bit miyako. Maybe a bit miyaka say, oh, baby, started, you know, and I was in here to your bossy. nanke omuye no enkakra meti ho de meti menu aba na se if you say Germany has a kra no enkola no mo ho no senior musika no kindergarten mom de obetua what I said there are almost certain things be all my betua but enkola mo ha nyina obi akọ school free. I have also kids over here what I say but enye bibia and bibia ni ho no we school mu a me fa say something like school fees and I say bibia ti sa e wo say metua e wa ha nti media me sa education sector ne de o de bae ne de maybe I was say minim say enye ono nko ana e baba beye ono ne de o de starting no but at the time goes on no ye benya say bi woma omoba omso be hye mu kran but say I wish say obi emfa idea bi ma say sa police no enye nti obaba betwem eno de yen diaspora no ye nyina be hu say no ye ntiase because ebe boa enkofo ama sebi nchirima no mo eba no ama omo anim die no akwa anim. The only thing that the diaspora we are asking for ne say because it's not all about education, it's a tertiary education ana krum has here it na sebi enye tertiary education aka me say ne say metimi awa be the technical engineer ewo the lithium battery from the new the new generation, what is coming out, taking the power from all the batteries, the new EU cars, to store them. All this tertiary education, yenya kwenya ya ko bi no na ye sua sa ne mani nyina. Enti me stress aban no e make o ma nani enko tertiary education so ensa no djuma so more na omo mu free school e ba ni nyina no omo ma betena fie na enko ye wasted. What I say no omo nya house building after school no omunya house building omunya bibi nye na emu ankola no because they say the new policy say ba no Europe no unso omo bebre African is developed. We have the massive youth our Africa with the tertiary education no e betimi aboa momo nyina either you stay in your country or you come outside the European country outside the world unsanu juma no e betimi aboa amwanya akonya ebebre aye. This is the only thing where I'm asking for. And nothing my German for Angela Merkel. Buana na do danko ekufuado. Ewo sa free SS said the be yankola ni free school. German for the musika shame said the be ya omu free school. Omu benya tertiary education. Omu ben suansa nujuma. So we carpenter. So we cleaner. Say we fitter. Say we nurse. Say at least we any practice be a person we mason sanye money nyina I was here put all this thing into practice say the be good certificate. A lot of masons more they get almost about 150 Ghana cedis per day without paying any tax, without having any certificate.
Na SS no nya de mason anaka ye lokosua ma
say omu wia.
So, Mr. Mike.
Oh, we are mammy, no papa, broke. Communists come never to us until we know we hook up any Sakawa boys.
And Untini Cassa, a bino and more modern because I have will SS no, will before so we will SS with Germany. Nabotre, mammy. Na, say, your institutions are they are ready there to help you, to take you, for them to teach you in the next 3 years. To teach you for the next 3 years. No, said the beya, Ubinans and Juma aye. It's here the airborne Pomodiana say in Juman Abanum Yem Juma.
I
na Encolano Enya Encolano Mufita Shwai Omunya Binye.
Mr. Mike, I just want to ask a simple question. Okay, so that I can go to my guests on Zoom. Okay. Should Ghanaians vote for your party? Should we give you another time?
For the MPP?
Yes.
Oh, yes. I would say yes, 100%. Because MPP has done well.
Okay.
And actually, for me, the NDC is one of the popular party in Ghana. The most famous party.
Yes.
In Ghana. But I think I don't know, but maybe visa where they did mistake is maybe why to the whole party, they didn't have anybody again like Yura Mahama, someone who has.
So you feel Jamama is a wrong choice for them?
I mean, without Mahama, they could have take this 2020, this 2024 election.
So you mean Jomama is a wrong choice for them?
I mean, that was the biggest problem. That was the biggest choice.
Do you mean Jomama was a wrong choice for the NDC? It was
a wrong choice for the NDC this moment.
Okay, that's fine. Supremo.
Ask me the question again.
should Ghanaians give the MPP another term? Should they break the 8?
I mean, just space.
I hope Dr. Baden is watching what you are doing.
Yes. No, we can't. No, and the MPP now is like a failed marriage.
Why?
That you want to try again. Let's try and see. Just as the MPP man is saying, "Oh, John Mama is a bad choice for NDC." It's the same case with MPP. Bawumia is also a bad choice. Bawumia has been on the team. Is Bawumia not the leader of the economic team? I have the men. Is he not the one who said I have the men? When the foundations are weak, is he not the same person that he wants to be president again? That's him, right? Or it's not him?
Yes, it's Bawumia.
Okay. Then, so all this, what was he doing? He was the 2IC, the second gentleman of the state, second gentleman. That means that
not the first gentleman.
So he couldn't influence anything. So right now that he becomes the first, that's when he can influence something.
That's why he's a driver's mate and not the main driver.
So the driver's mate, okay, couldn't do you know that the driver, even the mate controls more than the driver?
No, it doesn't.
No, saying because in the bus,
because the driver holds the steer.
He
directs where the car goes.
But
the mate only stays at the back and make noise in the Ghanaian palace. Okay, but when you come to Dutchland, okay, the driver is solo. He does his own. He takes the decision on his own. Okay, takes the money on his own. The only people that come into the German system that will say those faculty control people, and they don't have any relationship with the driver. They only come do their work and step out. All right, they don't influence the direction the driver takes the car to. All right, but in the Ghanaian palace where we have the trotro, okay, the trotro driver knows where he's going. Okay, and he's the master of the vehicle. All right, the mate only comes in to support him, isn't it?
It's not
all right,
always like
now,
that.
I'm only saying what I know. You can correct me. Okay, he only comes in to support him, take the money, get people on board and also off board. Okay, alert the driver if somebody wants to on board or like alert. Okay, or if somebody wants to board the car. That is the work of the mate, but doesn't give the driver the instruction as to today you do this or that. Rather, the driver instructs the mate. Is that not how it is done?
Technically, that's how it's
So
supposed to be.
let's in 5 minutes, okay?
So when it
just tell
comes-
me your opinion so that I can now attend to
When it
my
comes
because
to
they've heard you now and they know how diasporans think and act.
When it
So-
comes to the citizens themselves, our direct with the driver and mate issue, we the citizens, we are the passengers.
Yeah.
And the passengers interact with the mates more than the driver. It's we mates me see me, oh, driver waso Ghana.
But Eunice, if you say that, then I will still put you on the spotlight by saying that immediately you, the passenger, even unless the mate that mate you her, it is not the mate that applies the brakes. It is the driver that applies the brake. The mate will only alert the driver, and it is the driver that takes the final and effective decision as to whether to stop or not to stop.
So Bawumia couldn't alert Akufo-Addo to press brake. So what now is
that,
what
so
makes
in
make
his
it
in
make
his speech
sense
at
to me?
UPSA, all right, he made us Ghanaians understand that okay, in certain instances or in most of the cases, he lays out his case, okay, before cabinet, but largely he stands alone, so it doesn't yield. And he gave an example of the e-levy where he stood against it strongly and even came public talking about it. But yes, still, it wasn't heard. So still, should we give them?
No.
Caesar, look.
Yeah.
Look, the reason
A
the
big
whole thing
no.
is
Yeah,
look,
so,
just give me a minute. Just
my-
give me a minute. Because
Okay.
look, where so we share in Numa MPP are buying a buy. Why year Ghana in terms of education,
Yeah.
in terms of school, I mean in terms of building, in terms of roads. Sanyema way you can't compare NDC. Not even half of it. Many roads in these schools almost 30 years and they couldn't finish it. But I say, but MPP are born in home more than it's me stabilize the country. The only thing right now challenge I face right now and it's a economic
And
problem.
yeah, say economic say oji tum sadia then say like they are right, okay, if they say you don't limit it to Ghana because baby it is a
no. And yes, baby, it is. I know they mean could depart in it. Look at where our dollar is. No. Wait a minute.
Wait, let me just use this 5 minutes to even alert you to something that I have seen in quite recent times. Though I didn't get time to even.
You are host, so you don't have to take much things from us. You have to talk.
I just want to alert to something.
You have to talk. Just a little. I mean, you have a limit. How you have to.
I agree. So I allow you to talk.
Give us the platform to say
let me give you 2 minutes.
Discuss a lot.
Let me give you 2 minutes, then I can attend to Dr. and Honorable Salifo.
Very good. That's good. The India Emma may say because baby it's in a can say in fact I'm very, very disappointed because not someone can mean any dream. Hey, Oba worrying the dada dear. You know that woman already. Unti me and some back where Jano Manico, unti me san castle saba. Once our bets now are in, I say, a brow back for 40 hours. I say, we all see where ND's MPP is taking the country to. You understand? We have know where MPP is taking the country to. And you know, enya dia baby a MPP edru no. E wasn't ye maybe na MPP ehwe no omu eye ni ye na omu tutu ni ye. But ye can amamu pa. And this time around, Ghana besa. You see, one of the biggest problem I and Ghana I want to say, the NBB and NDC now say, okay, way back, no about be 8 years. I also na another one asaba party for naba. Now we atrasia no ba no about be any ope no so call na Tembian is taking Ghana back. Only thing that what I need is say Ghana should learn how to make a coalition. Coalition, they said the Germany for a year.
Ghana cannot make a coalition because
and only a problem. My
the system we run in Ghana.
I wish that's a 19.
Though you can make a coalition, but we call it an alliance.
Yeah.
Okay, before
this Germany has a I wish to say even Krano. Minister of Finance Crampo. See before Yemfanu Ekra in free MPP mu. NDC.
Okay.
Antagonist.
Most of the position and most of the ministers positions almost half of the position and answer over 20% of the position so Emma NDC for. Now omunyina ni omunya adwuma ne who is the best. So obi o NDC mu ye adwuma ni ya. The next time ye beto ama no.
Wow.
Ye beto ama no.
Okay. That's fine.
This is what I'm talking about. But right now, pa dear, set and fire. I mean, Mahama NDC for Besabe hold you. I mean, the flag bearer. I don't know, Masadigan Akobaka because it will take time. I will say the Ghanaians will see this thing and then also give another chance to the MPP to, to break the aid.
Wow.
Yes.
I'm happy to have both of you in studio.
Thank you.
Eunice is still peeved. I can see that from her face that she still needs more opportunity to fire.
Don't worry, I'll just take time and come and sit alone.
Yes, I think next week
a letter to the
yes, so that a letter to the MPP.
The love letter from me to them.
Good. I think you can hand it over, or you can forward it to Dr.
No, I want to come and say it
because he can best address your letter. Okay. Eunice.
Yes.
Thank you for coming.
You're welcome, sir.
Mr. Mike.
Hello, sir.
I'm happy you are here, and I'm happy you have expressed yourself like a diasporian. Okay. One thing people haven't, or Ghanaians or Ghanaian politicians haven't appreciated about diasporians is that they don't understand why sometimes we speak the way we speak. Okay, that you can be in a political party or you can be in a team, and when you feel that something is not right, you stand out to face and say that, look, though I'm in the team, but I don't appreciate this or I don't like this. Okay, and that is the direction I always say that until Ghanaians or Ghana reaches, okay, MPP NDC will not help Ghana until we accept our own faults as Ghanaians or as team players. Whether you are an MPP and NDC, if you feel that certain policy that your party is bringing on board is not right or doesn't make sense to you, please own out and say, this doesn't make sense to me because of A, B, C, D. That is what makes up a developed country, all right? Germany or other countries didn't just go by, like follow the wagon, no. okay, they interrogate, they criticize, they don't insult, they criticize, okay, and what? They also share ideas and make sure that the interest of the country is first. But what we have in Ghana is this MPP NDC football match, all right? If the ball is in that court, they play together.
Yeah.
If it is in the other court, they play together.
The winner take
because
all.
I was so surprised that the majority leader and the minority leader, Atofo Singh and that of Markins, are very good friends. You see them shout at Parliament and they go to sit and eat and dine together. Then they try to let you understand that, okay, they are friends. Okay, so who are you fooling? Is it me or that my grandmother at Mankani Jaso? So it's hard time we, the educated, we those in the diaspora, okay, we should let Ghanaians know that, look, we have come out, we have learned the diasporan politics or like the Western politics that Ghana is adapting, okay, so that we can develop our country. Yes, you can be an NDC, you can be an MPP, but please, all right, own up. Michael has owned up that some of the policies he doesn't like it, all right? Like I always tell the NDC people, the 24-hour economy they always preach about. So far, I haven't gotten any better explanation to it. And I haven't seen any NDC man owning up to say, okay, I don't understand it, so I'm not going to talk about it. They only come in and say something different from all others. And that doesn't help our politics, all right? If free senior high school education is not being implemented right, own up and say it, all right? If you think that, okay, the e-levy was a bad policy, own up and say it, and many more, all right, so that we can develop the country that we all yearn to have. Okay, so once again, I want to thank my guests in-house for making time to join me. But I think Eunice will have to join me next week.
Definitely.
So that we can have a very effective discussion on some of the issues that you shared with me before the show. Okay. Thank you once again. Yes, let me go to Zoom. The Honorable Salifu, can you hear me now? Hello. Yeah, can you people unmute yourselves, please?
Yes, I can hear you. I think.
Okay. So, Mr. Salifu, you are welcome once again. And like I told you before, Top Politics is a show that is listened and viewed global. So you are being heard globally. You are not only talking to residents of Ghana, all right? Everybody globally is listening to you. So I just want to throw your indulgence to that, and also for us to discuss some of the issues that are happening in Ghana right now. I'm not there. I'm in Germany, but you are home and you know what is happening. So I will first start with quite recently, or within the week, the Vice President of the Republic of Ghana and also the flag bearer of the ruling party, the MPP, was in their stronghold to campaign or to introduce himself to the region, their World Bank. What is your take on that? Because we've seen a lot of crowd coming in to supporting and stuff. And we also have some videos going out that they did bust people. Yeah. Can you hear me? I think your line is actually, your network is actually not helping me as at now. Yeah. I think my producer would have to help me here. Yeah, but then, Doctor, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, so whilst we work on Salifu's network, okay? Honorable Salifu's network. Yeah, so your flag bearer and also... Mr. Salifu, my producer is working on your destiny, your line. So let me listen to the MPP representative, Dr. Anand. Dr. Anand, like I was saying, your flag bearer and also the vice president was in your World Bank, the Ashanti region. to campaign and also to introduce himself as the flag bearer of the party. And we've seen a lot of videos and comments and commentary coming up. Yeah, so can you throw more lights as to what happened and what the real picture is?
Yeah, thank you very much. I think this is not the first place our flag bearer has visited. First and foremost, let me just greet your listeners and viewers all over the world. Actually, in Germany now, I used to be here, but I moved home to go and teach at Gimpa Law School as a patriot.
That's nice.
So I moved, and so I know both sides of the story. I know what the diasporans go through. I know how they feel, what they think about Ghana. I'm also in Ghana for the past 6 years now, so I also know what is happening on the ground. I'm not waiting for somebody to come and tell me. So I'll know both sides of the coin. So let me greet your listeners and viewers. And I listened to the lady. She says nothing is happening in Ghana. I don't know the last time she was in Ghana. I don't know. A lot of things are happening. A lot of things are happening. Maybe if she doesn't want to know that things are happening, it is up to her to make that decision. But a lot of things are happening in Ghana. And she mentioned education, they are not learning anything. Let me tell my sister that if you go to Ghana now, we have what we call the STEM schools. And I know a school in Ashanti region where the girls are learning robotics, where the girls are learning to build machines, where the girls are learning to build aircraft. So things are happening in Ghana, my sister. And apart from that, there's also this TVET, technical vocational training. It's not just all about going to school, going to learn English and grammar, go and do ancient history at Legon and come back. Now the emphasis is on technical and vocational training. And government has made a lot of investment in that area. And it has even made technical and vocational training part of the school free education program.
Oh, okay.
So if in case things are not happening, maybe she's not aware. And I don't know when she was, the last time that she was in Ghana. That is just by the way. Back to our flag bearer and the vice president visit. You know, he's been through almost 10 of the regions. And Ashanti region is the last region that he visited. Why did he go there? He went there first and foremost. That is our World Bank. That is our stronghold. So at the end of the day, you cannot visit all the regions without going back to your World Bank or touching base with your people. And his campaign is very strategic. He doesn't go there just to meet big people on the park and then talk to them. No. The campaign is segmented. He meets various stakeholders. I know in Ashanti region, he met the Kumasi Traditional Council first, met the clergy, met the chief imam, met the imam and their and then other leaders of the Muslim community. Also met professionals. Ghana Bar Association was there, Ghana Medical Association was there, Nurses and Midwives Council. They were all there. He met the professionals as well. Apart from that, at the end of the day, he also met businessmen and artisans before he finally went and concluded that trip with a meeting with the youth. We have what we call Connect the Youth, and then finally he paid a courtesy call on the Ashanti before leaving Ashanti. You see, in any election campaign, we have various constituencies. So you need to take time to meet the various constituencies, listen to them, listen to their plight, listen to their concerns, and then after that, you also tell them what you have. So it's an exchange of ideas. Mm-hmm. You are not just going there to preach to them, to lecture them. First and foremost, you listen, because they are the people in the industry. They are the industry players. So first and foremost, as a potential president, you need to be able to listen to what is happening on the ground. So that was why whenever he goes, he made these various important political constituents. the clergy, the traditional rulers, the professionals, the artisans, and then the youth. So the response we got from Ashanti region, definitely, that was what we expected. It was massive. The attendance was great. The enthusiasm was natural. It was not inspired or it was not controlled or state managed. And after that, he goes from house to house, market to market, manyanka to manyanka, just to get his message across. You see, my brother, there's one thing. If you are somebody who is in politics, you have to understand the psychology of people. If you get to somebody's house, you get closer to him, he or she will appreciate the fact that you have taken time to come to his or her humble place of abode. And that message sticks forever. So, as far as I'm concerned, the trip to Ashanti region was very successful and we achieved what we want. But we're not going to be complacent, although that is our stronghold. And then the most important message was that the other contestants, Honorable Ajipong, Kwabena Ajipong, Tafua, and then all the other contestants who went for the presidential primaries, they were all on stage. People to break the eight, supporting the Honorable Ken Ajipong, and or you are supporting Kwabena Ajipong, and you want to sit on the fence. Your leader is part of the greater team, so you get on board. So apart from sending our message, touching base with our people, we're also telling our people through some of these meetings that it is time for everybody to get on board.
Okay.
And MPP, we are all getting on board because we in the MPP believe that the party is bigger than individual interest. Now the contest is over. After competition, there must be cooperation. That is what we demonstrated when we went to Kumasi. So I think Doctor, it was a very successful trip.
Doctor, is your party telling us that you are now united?
Well, the party is a human institution. And then what you saw, if it is not a symbol of unity, what else can you describe it? And I can tell you on record, after the elections, we set up what we call reconciliation committees to go around all the constituencies. The candidates who went for the primaries, those who lost, they reconciled them. And I was a member of the Bunu East Reconciliation Committee. But because of my sickness, that is why I'm here now. They met last week and they called me. So all the candidates who contested, whether you lost or you won, that is not the issue. We passed there now. So we've set up these reconciliation committees, and most of the committees have finished their work and they've brought everybody on board. Because every MPP member knows the battle ahead of us. This election is very critical. It is going to decide the future direction of this country. And if you're a genuine Ghanaian and a genuine MPP, what you want to do is to see the because we don't want to go back to the old thing we know and now. So we all have an interest in ensuring that we can be. I know there are a few places that there are some lingering issues, but I think by and large, as a political party, the MPP is now united more than before.
Wow. We only hope that this sign of unity that, Doctor, you are touting and also the party is posting to us is the true reflection of the situation within the party. Because we have seen and heard Honorable Kennedy Japan say a lot of things and how he might be sitting on the fence and also not making his resources or pickups and stuffs to support the party. But if what we saw is really a true reflection, I think that is a positive sign for the party. Good. Before you come in again, let me quickly
but let me correct you. That was then when they were all campaigning. People said a lot of things.
Yes,
that was then, about 5 months ago. Now things have changed. Everybody is on board. Maybe others wish that we had remained divided. But no, MPP, we know what is at stake. We know the importance of these 2024 elections. So we are not going to take anything for granted.
That's fine.
We are not saying that everybody has come on board. People may have certain reservations and then that they didn't get anything or the party did not treat them well. But that is history. It's better to have your party in government and be a messenger than to be a general secretary of a party in opposition.
Wow. Wow. That's a very good one. Yeah. To be a messenger in a ruling party than to be a chairman in a position. Wow. I hope Honorable Salifu would think twice, or probably would want to be a messenger in this government. Honorable Salifu. Yes, so I hope now we can hear you loud and clear. Yes, you've heard Doctor.
Yes, I think
you've heard Doctor, and what is your take? Would you want to be a messenger?
Doc, I will not answer that question now. But I don't think I'd like to be a messenger in MPP. On the lighter side, anyway.
Yes. So they were in Ashanti region, their World Bank, and we've seen a lot of pictures of the crowd and how your party people, you are alleging that they were being bashed and stuff like that. But we all know that that is their stronghold. So why is your party so surprised about the numbers?
Yeah. So once again, let me greet your listeners and greet Doc as well. You know, we all know that the MPP, Ashanti region, is a World Bank of the MPP. That has been the perception over the years. I mean, but as it stands now, under the
so viewers and listeners, I think we are still having
President
hitches with this line.
Seconded by Vice President Baumia. That is not the story any longer.
Yeah.
President, the first question I was asking myself was, what was he actually going to campaign on? What was he going to say to the region? And when you go to Ashanti region today, the NDC, I can close my eyes and make pronouncement of about 44 projects, legacy projects, which was done by
So I think
President Mahama's regime. As it stands today,
a lot of trouble today.
Project in Ashanti region that was done or has been done by his
so
unfortunately it's been
Honorable Salifu, I think Dr. Obemi out there, we are still having challenges when you are talking. It keeps breaking. I don't know why. And I'm not enjoying it that way. So I think probably I would have to make sure that they work on yours. So Doctor,
raining all day in Accra, and I believe that is what is causing the network hitches.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So Doctor, whilst we try to get Honorable Salifu back, let me quickly go to our main discussion, our main topic I wanted us to discuss today before he comes back. Yes, quite recently, your government and party has decided that the patients who are on dialysis should be covered by the health insurance. And this same health insurance is a scheme that largely is perceived to be collapsing. And if you're adding this circle of people or patients onto it, is this something you can maintain, or is just a campaign gimmick?
Well, anybody who says the NHIS is collapsing is not true. Because before we left power in 2008, we had 12 million subscribers, and then we handed it to NDC. Before we came back again in 2017, the number had dropped to 11.5 million.
Yeah.
under the NDC, although they promised one-time premium, which they could not fulfill. It was so badly managed. It was so staffed with resources that people did not have confidence in the national health insurance anymore. So almost 1 million people today speak. The number is 12.75 million. So it means there are more subscribers. Not only have the subscribers increased, now if you want to renew, you can sit in the comfort of your home and renew your national health insurance card. Thanks to Bawumia and his digitalization projects. Now, the national health insurance, they've decided that, well, our brothers who are unfortunate to be on dialysis, it is causing them so much. So why don't we find a way and then find relief for these people? So government came out with some money. They went to Parliament. Parliament gave the approval that children between the age of 1 to 18, if they are on dialysis, their costs will be covered by the state. And those above 60, part of their cost will be covered. This is just a temporary measure. But government is putting measures in place to ensure that the whole dialysis treatment is taken over by government. So anybody who thinks that the national health insurance is collapsing should go and revise this note. They've improved upon their services, and they are covering more services than before. And then the subscribers have also improved. The numbers have gone from 11 million to 12.75 million. And even the time the time it takes them to pay their service providers, formerly it used to be 6 months, 7 months, even 1 year. Now, under the new CEO, Dr. Da Costa, starting from the time of Dr. Okoboy, when he took over, they've reduced the payment of their subscribers to about 2 to 3 months in arrears. It has never happened. It has never happened. You see, their delays are as a result of a new law that we put in place. Formerly, when we pay anything that you buy, it goes to the National Health Insurance Fund direct. Now, Parliament made a new law that money, all those money, should go first to the consolidated fund before they are transferred. So this is what accounts for the delay in the payment of their subscribers. I mean the hospitals that provide the services. This is what accounts for it. It's a change in the law that accounts for the delay. But I can tell you that the national service, the national health insurance is on its feet. The subscribers have increased. Their services have gotten better than we came to meet it. So this is the situation of the national health insurance scheme. So it is welcome news that government have decided to take up the cost of those on dialysis treatment. But I think we should make it a permanent future so that the entire treatment